Maybe we should have started it.
Yeah.
Welcome to That's a Podcast. It stopped. I woke up. I was a little sad, but I was just
dead.
like, my sleep paralysis demon literally said,
like, I'm out.
No horny for you.
I've never personally killed someone, but from people who I've talked to who have killed people, it's hard. And not like saying like I go and like talk to serial killers. I'm saying like people who are in the military and have like killed people, you know.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining us from across the world.
Or through the center of the earth.
The multiverse.
The multiverse.
Welcome to That's a Podcast.
Welcome.
Today, I'm joined by world-renowned neuroscientist Iram Arce.
Hello. Please don't trust me with doing surgery to your brain, but, sometimes I could give you cool neuroscience facts.
Yeah. I mean, you spent 4 years.
I'd hope I'd know a little bit of something within those 4 years.
Don't have imposter syndrome?
No, I definitely still had imposter syndrome. I was like,
I'm sure you know more about the brain than, like...
the typical
than me.
person. Yeah. It's like this big.
Is it true that this is how big your brain is? Like your
is
fist
it
put
true?
together?
Probably not. No. Your brain is more so like mush, like yellow, like when it's like in your head, and it's not very much so.
I thought it was white or gray.
Well, it is. Yeah, it is.
But it's yellow.
No, like Jello.
Like, Jello. Okay, that's what I was confused.
That's my heavy accent coming through.
I thought you said that your brain's
it's
yellow.
more like mush, just being held by like a very thin membrane. Yeah.
So you could step on it and be like...
Yeah, that was actually a really good sound.
That's how the brain sounds if it gets stepped on.
Dead. Yep.
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen.
Hopefully
At least to
not.
nobody alive because, well, you won't be alive anymore.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Can they do brain transplants? Is that a real thing?
It is in Get Out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that like, how scientific is that based though?
Shit, I think you're asking the wrong person. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. But then that also kind of brings up kind of a question about morality. Would you? So I have a question for you, right? Yeah. Someone very dear to you passes away, right? Okay. But you have the opportunity. Their brain is still active, right? And you have a choice. Okay. You have a life decision choice. You are the only one that's able to take this choice. Are you willing to transplant their brain into a completely different person? They're going to keep the same personality, but at the cost of that other person's life because they're like on life support or something like that. Like that healthy brain is going to like let's say this person is
this is very sci-fi-esque.
Yes, they're clinically brain dead, right? And then
but
they
their
bring
brain
in
still works.
Yes.
Okay. I mean,
the person's brain that you care about still works, but that person's body is no longer habitable for that brain.
That's like this show on Netflix, Altered Carbon.
One?
Have you seen it before?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
No.
Basically, like the bodies are called sleeves.
Okay.
And there's like chips, and they like put the chip. I think it's in the back of the neck. I'm not sure.
A little spicy, little AOT.
They like put the chip in, and then your consciousness, your personality, all that transfers over, but you're in a new like body. And I think that there was in the show there was like that thing happens. I don't know if it was like the same scenario, but it was a guy and his spouse got put into another body.
Oh wow.
And I think at first he was like, "Oh, I can't love them," but then they fell in love and they were fine.
Interesting.
So I don't know. I mean, personally, I don't know, because that defies death though, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'd say so. It also starts to defy who you are as a person. Like, are we
the
soul? Brain? Yeah, are we the brain, right? That and like this, like on my hands and everything, it's just a meat sack that the brain is controlling, or are we some type of conscious soul that's controlling the brain? Because so here's the thing, right? With brains, and we're gonna get into a little bit of free will, I guess. Now, wow, I didn't even think we are gonna take this pattern, but it's chill, right? The thing is, your brain is extremely fast. Like the way that your neurons end up firing action potentials and stuff. You think that you're like, cool, I'm here and I'm making this active decision. Yeah. But the brain already made that choice before you could even think it. So at that point, is it the brain that's in control or is it us that's in control? And it's just an illusion, you know?
But is the brain also supposed to keep us alive, like keep the body
alive? Yes, there's
you know?
definitely parts of the brain that's just like, automatic, for like our breathing, for our blood circulation, our heart pumps. The brain is very interesting and it's really cool, but yeah.
Yeah. There's people always say, "Oh, we don't know much about space. We don't know much about the ocean." How much do we actually know about ourselves?
I think I know a good amount about myself now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I'm right-handed. I know I'm.
That's true.
No.
That defines everybody. What hand you write with. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think personally, I wouldn't want it to happen to me because I think
you wouldn't want it to happen.
I wouldn't want myself
to be transferred
because I think I would just want to die.
Okay.
Like I feel like if you're given, and I don't know, because this also gets into like beliefs about what happens in the afterlife. But if you're given one life and you live that life, you're complete. Okay. But then that there's reincarnation, which could be, a counterpoint to that. So I don't know. I feel like after, because would you remember being brain dead?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know about that technicality.
Because would you remember?
Oh, would you remember everything that's happened before?
Yeah. I feel like I would get tired.
You would. It's like, I don't know. Your brain starts to degrade really quickly, and I don't know if you would be able to make more. I think it's called neurogenesis, the creation of new neurons to create new memories and stuff. I mean, you're constantly creating new neurons and new
stem cells
connections in order to create new memories, new passages, new habits.
I don't know. I feel like because also can we put human consciousness in a chip? What's the morals behind that? That at that point we're just defined as...
Should we ask AI real quick?
No.
Is it okay to put human consciousness? Let's see. Now we're entering Black Mirror territory. Yeah. There was this episode. Oh my god, I love this episode. So it's one of my favorites.
Okay.
There is it's a couple, right?
Okay.
And they're living a pretty happy life. And it so happened that the husband ended up getting in a car accident, I believe it was.
Okay.
And so he passed away, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now there is this program. There is not a program. It is a service where this AI ends up downloading all of the text messages, all of the social media, everything that this person has ever posted, their voice, everything. Into a type of collective mind consciousness that's then going to be able to interact with the person mourning, to help them mourn.
That's actually an interesting idea because when I had my program over this last summer, where we had to come up with a innovative solution to the problem of death. You remember?
Yeah.
One of the groups did that kind of idea.
Oh,
where it was you were able to get their face, their voice, common phrases they said, all this stuff about them, and it was how they have the replica AI, those.
Yes.
It was like that, but for somebody who was dead.
Okay.
They did that as their project.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they can start making those presidential all four of them play Trump, Biden, Barack, playing a game of League or Minecraft. But you can now do that with your dead friend.
I'm dead. That'd be. I don't know how that would be. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not human.
No, it's not.
At its essence, because and that comes to ask the question, getting even more abstract. What defines humanity? What defines humans? Are we just animals?
I don't know. I'm just saying that if aliens end up coming here and they see how humans have been acting and compare it to I don't know, fucking dolphins, they might just side with the dolphins.
I'm dead. I feel like we should fight the aliens if they come. Yeah. At first, I feel like we should fight them, and then
assert our dominance.
I feel like it's okay. I don't know. Honestly, how would humanity react if aliens came?
Bro, it's the Pentagon and the CIA already released stuff that are yeah, aliens are real, but and then no one cared.
Yeah.
We're just so desensitized now that
it's also because they're distracting us.
Yeah, they do.
Harry and Meghan. No, I'm just joking, but...
Tell me about Harry and Meghan.
Oh, the latest update? I think he was diagnosed with PTSD.
Oh.
I think he was diagnosed with PTSD. I know the South Park episode came out.
Oh.
Thought it was hilarious in my opinion because it's literally exactly what they're doing in real life. And she's mad about it. She like wants to like fight South Park.
Who's mad about it?
Megan.
Oh, Megan's mad about it? Okay.
And I was like, South Park makes fun of everyone.
Yeah.
I was like, if I was famous and I was up doing stuff, South Park would make fun of me too.
Yeah.
Would I be mad? I'd be like, dang, I'm on South Park.
South Park really said these hands are rated E for everyone.
No, literally. I don't think that there's anyone who has not been
called out,
made fun of on South Park.
Okay.
It's pretty hilarious. But I thought the episode was funny. I support the episode.
Nice.
But yeah, I don't know. Luckily they've kind of like died out of the media. Harry and Meghan, they're not as big anymore. I heard Charles like wants to possibly do reconciliation, but I did hear that for Charles's coronation, like his like official like the big like ceremony one, like Adele, all these like British like musicians said no to performing.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
So Charles is trying to create like a Super Bowl type of like, hey, come over.
Well, I mean that's what we do in America, is it not? Like,
I guess so.
Didn't Lady Gaga perform at Joe Biden's inauguration or something?
Oh, I think.
Or he at least invited her.
Someone.
I heard she was there. Yeah.
Damn.
I was like, does Joe Biden listen to Lady Gaga?
Bro's
that's my biggest question. Like,
bro's just in the Oval Office, like.
Just
vibing. I was trying to think of a Lady Gaga song.
I'm on the edge. Yes. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I could not imagine. Maybe I could. I don't know. You seen the video of Joe Biden eating ice cream?
No. Oh, the ice cream cone?
Yeah, he's like eating his ice cream and they're like, what flavor is it? He's like, double chocolate crunch or something like that.
Oh, yes. Okay, no, I did.
It's like the only time that I've ever heard him like pronounce everything.
Damn.
I was like, he's making sense. But, yeah. I don't know. Well, what about you? Because you asked me. I didn't really give you an answer about that question. I said for me, I mean, if it was, I guess it depends on how much you like love a person, if you want to keep them or if you want to let them go. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's hard because
it is a hard question.
Because you also have to put yourself in that position of how you would be feeling at that moment. Because now, like, I could be saying one thing, but then, like,
it's like in the zombie apocalypse when it's like, would you be able to kill your friend if they got bit?
Oh yeah, I'd do that.
You say that now, but
no, I'm down. I'm not.
You say that
I'm not
now,
gonna get bit. I've seen enough zombie movies.
Honestly, I would do it too, but you know, my ass would be crying.
I would. If okay. Scenario, we're in the zombie apocalypse, right? And you have sorry, I get bit. Okay, you have to kill me, you have to put me down. But I tell you as my final request, I'm like, you have to go and bury me by like this tree or something. It's like a drive away, right? But you have a car, you got plenty of gas, so you can make it there, right? Here's my question. I'm gonna be like in the back seat, fucking dead. Okay. Are you playing music on your way to bury me?
It depends on if there's CDs in the car. I don't know. Because the radio's not working. So I feel like it would just be silent. I'd probably have the windows down.
You'd have the windows down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there'd also be no AC. So it'd probably be hot. Well, if it's summertime, it'd be hot. If it was winter, it'd be cold. But I'm just thinking like Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I feel like I'd probably have the windows down. It would be somber. I don't know if I would listen. If it was music, I wouldn't be like listening to like.
I'm on the edge.
Yeah, no. Maybe it'd be like Johnny Cash's Hurt or something. Fuck. Yeah.
I'll put on some corridos or something. Just start.
I don't know. I'd probably be crying, driving.
Yeah.
Tears down my face. But I would bury you, yeah.
Okay. Thanks. It's like I appreciate it.
Yeah. I'll try my best. It's hard.
It is hard.
I personally never have killed someone.
Oh, it's like, that's great to know. So here you heard it first. Great confirmation.
I've never personally killed someone, but from people who I've talked to who have killed people, it's hard.
Oh.
And not like saying like I go and like talk to serial killers. I'm saying like people who are in the military and have like killed people, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. I hear it's not, but I don't know. Going back, here's actually an interesting thing. Going back to Harry and Meghan.
Okay.
Harry served in the British Army. I Iraq or Iran, one of the Middle East conflicts that like the U.S. and UK had with the Middle East.
Sure.
And he talked about killing people, and he was like, I never saw them as people. Like he said that.
Oh, shit.
In his autobiography, you can pull it up. Like this is real. He said he didn't see them as people. He just killed them. And whichever country it was, like heard that, and they were mad. They were like, I can't believe you do that. And I was like, ooh. Why would you say that in your autobiography, Harry? Like
that's wild. Yeah. That's unhinged.
No, it is. I mean, his whole autobiography is unhinged, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. It's hard.
Sounds hard
to say goodbye.
I have yet to like lose someone that's like extremely close to me, like when it comes to death. So I don't know. Even I don't know how I would react to it, but
it's hard. I mean, I lost, getting a little personal. I lost 3 of my grandparents in the course of 3 years.
Oh wow! I'm sorry.
2013, 14, 15.
Okay.
And then my childhood dog died in 16 or 17.
Okay.
So it was quite back to back.
Yeah. How old was your dog?
He was 13 or 14.
Oh wow!
So, yeah, he was older.
Yeah.
It was sad. As much as I love my grandparents, I was really sad when they died. But my dog hurt. Like my dog hurt me bad. I mean, I literally, because I was working at that point, I had called out of work. I was like, I can't come in. It was. Yeah, so
I couldn't imagine Peaches dying. I get it. I was like crying. I love Peaches.
It's sad. I got one of my dogs. He's 14. He's getting old. My mini Australian Shepherd. Yeah. He can't hear. When I was just home this weekend, he can't hear. He cannot hear to save his life. I was like, go lay down. Just
He's
talking
like,
to him. Yeah, he just like stares at you. I'm like, stop begging. Go lay down. He just stands there. I'm like, what the heck?
No.
I have to like shove him. I'm like, go.
Soul, a little update on Solovino, or Soul for short. He's a cat that's been showing up in my backyard. He's becoming friends.
Does he look like he had been someone's cat before, or no?
Like he just kind of looks like a stray, honestly.
Is he like neutered or anything?
He's not neutered.
Okay, so probably
So I'm thinking. So I think he's finally built like a lot of trust with me now.
Yeah.
Like he's letting me like pet him, and he literally just follows me around everywhere. Haven't been able to take him inside though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Just because I got to check him in with the vet.
Oh yeah,
make sure
shots
he gets all the shots. But I do plan on having him be part of our new home.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about that. Low key though, Peaches was like throwing hands with him the other day.
Oh
just
yeah.
to like, she's like,
assert I think her dominance. Yeah. She's the original.
Yes. I think she's a little jealous.
Yeah.
But I think it's also good for her because now she's like exploring more. She gets to play with another cat.
Yeah.
And she really hadn't had that opportunity since she like grew up in the dorms with me during the pandemic. So all we had was each other.
Yep. That's true.
Yeah, because you also left me.
Europe was calling.
You left me for Europe.
A free Europe trip was calling.
It's like, that's fair. I'm not even mad. I can't even be mad about that.
I think it's so weird to think about that, like leaving to Europe when I did. Like, I was not scared. Like, normally I'd be like, oh, I'm kind of scared to do that.
Yeah, but you were ready.
I was like, I'm
You're
out
like,
here.
I'm out. I'm going to the plane. Stop talking to me.
I know, it was just weird. It was weird to think about how quick that transition happened in my life, where I was like, okay, let's leave. Yeah. And then I left, and I was like, whoa.
Dang.
And I don't even think I realized I had left until like 3 months in.
Holy shit.
So, yeah.
What was something that was like, okay, what was the most beautiful place that you went to in Europe?
Most beautiful? That's a hard question. I'm not going to answer most beautiful because I got to think about that because there's a lot of beautiful places.
Okay.
My favorite place, which this might be a very controversial opinion, was the Tube, the Underground. The London Underground was my favorite place.
Interesting.
It just like called my name when I got there. I was like, wow, this is...
Yeah. Did it literally call, like, Kyle Martin, your buses leaving your
it would be like, mind the gap. That's what it always said. I don't know. There was just something about like... I don't know. I've always liked the underground places. I think that they're really cool. But the London Underground, I don't know. It had this certain, I guess you'd call like vibe to it. All the stations were kind of different a little bit.
Yeah, okay, so like the atmosphere of the
yeah.
station was what really called to you.
Yep. And the Mind the Gap. I just love the Mind the Gap.
What is Mind the Gap? I don't know
So
what that
it's
is.
like when you come up to your stop,
Okay.
and you have to get off. Sometimes there's a gap. So they're
Okay.
like mind the gap so you don't fall into the tracks. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. It was
Do
really
people die there? I'm assuming. Like, do people fall in the gap?
some gaps are like only like I'd say like some gaps might be like that big.
Okay.
Other gaps have been like bigger.
Okay.
I personally didn't fall. I feel like if you fell, you could probably get back up in time. I don't know if you get electrocuted though. Like I don't know if the
Oh.
tracks are electric, like how like in New York subways the tracks
Yeah,
are
yeah, yeah,
electric.
yeah.
I think they are. At least that's what the movies like say. I don't know.
Interesting.
You know, like in a video game when you play and you like fall on the tracks and electrocute you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what I imagine it to be like. But I don't think they might be electric though.
Okay.
But I don't know. It was just a good time. It definitely was not beautiful.
No.
It was dingy. Some of them were dingy, dark. But
A
it
little
was nice.
foggy.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, what's that smell?
Mm-hmm.
What was the smelliest place you were?
Paris.
Paris.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There was, well, I mean, Orvieto itself had a smell to it, but I think it was just because it was a hilltop town and it was small, and I feel like it was hard for them to drain properly being on top of the hill
Okay.
in the streets. So I think sometimes the sewers would get overfilled.
Oh, okay.
But
Yikes.
Paris just smelled like pee everywhere.
Yee.
There was like this one alleyway. There was like rats running around, and it smelled like pee.
Dang.
My professor was like, "Oh yeah, that's my rat friend.
Yes.
He comes to see me every year."
So
I was like,
sweet.
"What the heck?" I think his name was like Herman or something.
Herman. Shout out to
Yep,
Herman for
yep.
just herming
the
around.
Paris rat. He's friends with Remy. No, I don't know, but
Maybe at that
maybe,
point, same
yeah.
colony.
Yeah, the rats. I wouldn't say they're friendly in Paris, but they will
No?
like walk right up to you.
Dang, they're kind of like pigeons here.
Yeah.
They're like, we don't care if you're driving. Like, we'll just keep
Yeah.
walking.
No, exactly. My friend, he slipped and fell like on a bridge.
I thought you meant on like a rat.
Oh no, but the rat ran right next to him while he was on the floor.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, at that point, I'm out.
That's
But
gnarly.
yeah, it was possibly the nastiest smelling
Okay.
like city.
Damn.
But
damn.
I'm thinking about the most beautiful place. I think it has to go to Villa de Este.
Okay.
There's
Villa del Este or
Villa.
Okay.
Yeah, because in Italian it's
Villa?
not.
Okay, yeah, I guess
Yeah.
you're right.
That's why I yelled at that's why me and the butcher lady got in a fight. So I think I talked about that last episode. I think when I was saying pollo and she was saying polo.
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, it was a really beautiful. The gardens were beautiful. The inside was kind of like I didn't really care for it. The gardens, beautiful. They had fountains, beautiful flowers.
Ooh.
It was, I think, like February when we went, so things were kind of a little bit grayer, like dead.
Okay.
But I could like in the spring, I could imagine it's
Wow.
beautiful. Yeah.
Damn. So beautiful, so pretty.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, nothing, in my opinion, nothing ever comes close to like the sunsets that we have here in Arizona.
Yeah.
Nothing comes close. I would watch the sunsets in Italy, and I was like, lame.
I really do love the sunsets here. Like it's called the Sunset
Yeah.
State. The Sunset State.
Yeah. That's what our
Right.
flag is.
Yeah.
That's what the Arizona flag is.
I was on my way back from work, and this was yesterday, and I left at around 6, so the sun was barely setting.
yeah.
And I'm driving as I'm driving down 22nd. Dude, it's like I was like, damn, this is so beautiful, but also I cannot see a thing in front of me.
Yeah.
So I'm
most
like, if
definitely.
I didn't have my glasses on, like my shades, I'd be so fucked.
Blinds driving.
No, I was like, I'm going by just instinct right now.
No, literally.
Contributing to the bad drivers.
I was on
Not much a
22nd
good
Street
driver.
yesterday.
You were on 22nd?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
too. But earlier, and tell me why I was driving down the street, and the far right lane, it was like backed up, and I was like, "What's going on?" Because I was still going normal. It was like 10 cars down. It was the line for Dairy Queen. It was the line for Dairy Queen. It went all the way out into the street.
Shit. Wait, that's actually like a decent amount.
Yeah. I was like, "What the
wow.
heck?" It was all these people waiting for Dairy Queen.
Damn.
I would have been mad if I got stuck in that line. Like,
Damn.
but
that's wild.
It's funny.
Speaking of work, yesterday, oh my God,
yeah.
a little quick story. So one of my coworkers was telling me, she's working at the bar, right? Shout out to Thea, love Thea, right?
Okay.
And she's working at the bar, and apparently some dude comes in, and he's asking for someone named Sam. He's like, "Where's Sam?"
Sam,
right?
okay.
Yeah. And we don't have a like coworker named
Yeah.
Sam, right? So she's like, I don't know who that is,
Yeah.
right? And he's like, "Oh, he's the one that's in charge." And she's like typically like it's our manager, right?
Yeah.
And then it's Susan, which is like kind of like corporate, like she's
Okay.
the main,
Yeah, the big, the head boss. Yeah.
Yeah. At least that's what I thought.
Okay.
Because he was like, no, he's above her. Like he's the owner thing. He was apparently coming down from Canada, right? Because Sam owes them in bills $40,000, and Sam is missing. Like they don't know where Sam is, and Thea's just like, I don't know where. Like I could get you my manager. Do you want a complimentary water? Like, and so now like my manager was like stressing out. Like what the? Yeah. So I just found that out, and I'm like, damn. Like, what if? Imagine Snakes gets like repossessed.
No, literally.
And like,
how does that work though if he's Canadian?
I don't know. It's because Snakes is like a Canadian-based company. Yes, and so we have one in Chicago, Tempe, and then here in Tucson. And yeah, but I'm like, damn, please don't do that. I just started to reorganize the game wall.
Yeah.
I just started this project where I'm completely reorganizing a lot of the games. Okay. Right. And so now I'm like doing them within mini sections in all the cubbies. Like these are all like crime syndicate based games. These are all the horror games. These are empire building games, games about war, treasure hunting games. So I'm actually really excited. So far I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, nice. I was working on that yesterday, and
I guess that'll help cater to like people's interests.
Yeah.
Better. Like if they're like, oh, I like this type of game. Yeah. It's like, okay, they're all here. Like you can look at them, browse. Yeah.
So that's the new project I'm working on, but it might all just be for nothing if we get repossessed. I'm not
crazy.
Also trying to spread the rumor that Snakes is trying to get repossessed, but I'm just saying that'd be kind of funny if it did.
No, that's insane. Wow.
Yeah.
The mob.
Oh my God.
The mob. That's actually scary. Wow.
Ooh. Gets repossessed by the mob. Didn't you recently go to the mob museum?
I did go to the mob museum in Las Vegas.
How was that?
It was really good. It was actually one of my favorite like museums.
Oh, okay.
And like this is even like museums I went to in Europe. Like it's definitely one of my more favorite museums. It was, I don't know, there was a lot of history there. I mean, it started basically like the origins kind of all the way to like modern day.
And is it just like, is it like the Italian mob, or is it like the mafia?
So it starts out, I think it was Italian, because it starts out like with Chicago. Like it's like talks about Chicago and then expands to Vegas, because it's in Vegas. So a lot of it was like talking about the casinos and the money laundering and the fronts and all that stuff. But at the end, they do talk about like the cartel, the Yakuza, like all those like crime syndicates that exist throughout the world, the Russian mafia. Yeah. They do talk about Irish mob too, because the Irish mob was here in America. And then I think they talked about Jewish mobs too.
Okay.
But yeah, it was just like, I didn't know Frank Sinatra was like involved possibly with the mob. Like he went on trial because he had connections to like one of the major like mob bosses.
Wild.
I guess there's also a mob boss that was never convicted of a serious crime and retired here in Tucson.
Oh, damn. Shout out to Tucson for apparently.
So, I don't know. I didn't know. Tucson and Phoenix have like really, not like big ties like Vegas or Chicago, but we have ties to the mob.
Yeah. We also have ties to the cartel. Yeah.
So at this one exhibit in the museum, they had plates and it was like, choose the plate.
I don't know what like a literal plate.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what like it was supposed to be directly tying to, but there was plates and one had like Phoenix, one had Tucson. Okay. And I took a picture of the Tucson one.
Oh, that's what that was on your story. Okay, yeah. So I was like, like a literal dinner plate. Yeah, like for like a little pastry or something.
And I like recorded, I was like the cartel versus the mob.
Damn.
Interesting. But yeah.
Yeah, I still have no idea what like that was.
The plate.
Like, yeah, what did the plate represent?
Well, it was part of like there was computers on the like at like human level, like where we could see.
Yeah.
And you clicked on them, and you'd click on the plate, and they didn't have Tucson or Phoenix on there, even though they had the plate on the wall.
Yeah,
but they didn't
yeah.
have it in the interactive part.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, so I think it was just like tying it all together, like the mob ate dinners together.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm
It was cool. I thought it was
the
cool.
Last
but
Supper with like Al Capone,
Yeah.
El Chapo.
No,
fucking-
literally.
Oh,
They
that's
talked
crazy.
about El Chapo there.
Yeah?
Yeah, they talked
Dang.
about how they literally had a what's it called, like a diorama of how he escaped prison.
Yep.
So I was
Through
like,
the fucking tunnel.
Yeah.
Damn.
They talked about Narcos, like the show. Yeah, they had
They didn't
a
talk
picture.
about Pedro Pascal.
Yeah,
The
they
show?
had a picture of him. They had a picture because they had a picture of both the actors.
Him with his tight pants.
Yeah, they had a picture of him and the other guy with the two, like that were them in real life.
Okay.
And they have the script, the script of the first episode there.
Okay. Oh wow.
That was
okay.
really
Very
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't seen Narcos. Like it's a show I think I do want to watch, but I just haven't seen it.
I've seen the first 3 episodes, really good.
Okay.
But I was watching it with my brother, so that's why we haven't finished. But it's really good.
Yeah,
The first episode,
I've
I was
just
like,
seen
whoa.
I've just seen the scene where I think it's El Chapo and he's like, "Quieren plata o plomo," or something along those lines.
Oh,
Like,
I think El Chapo is Narcos Mexico because it's Escobar who is.
Oh,
Narcos.
is it Escobar? Okay,
Yeah,
okay, my
yeah.
bad. Yeah, so I thought I was like, damn,
Okay.
that's fire.
I think is the one with El Chapo is the one that has Bad Bunny in it. I think.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people. Like watched.
I actually didn't know Bad Bunny was in there.
Yeah, I think he's in
What?
season 3.
What
so
the
I know like
fuck?
so many people who watched seasons 1 and 2 just to watch season 3 because he was in it.
Damn.
But it has Diego Luna in it. I think Diego Luna is the main character in Narcos Mexico,
Interesting.
and
Okay.
he is Cassian Andor from Star Wars.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
So
it's like now I have to watch and catch up. That's for what I'm hearing here. Yeah.
Well, watch Narcos first.
Yeah.
I heard Narcos is a better show than Narcos Mexico.
Okay.
But I have not seen Narcos Mexico, so I don't have like an opinion on it yet.
Okay, cool.
But Narcos, like original, really good.
Yeah.
Really good. Yeah.
You know, okay, so there's a few things in like life that I don't like fuck with, and I never plan on getting like on their bad side, right? Cartel is one of them. There's cartel, witches, and demons.
Yeah.
I'm just like, nope. Like y'all, I know y'all exist. Y'all be doing your thing. Oh, and Native American folklore,
Okay.
like skinwalkers.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ain't never gonna
I'm
catch me
scared.
whistling
Yeah,
at night.
I'm scared of those. Yeah. Wendigos.
Wendigos, dude.
Is that Native American stuff? I think it's more like not southwestern or south, like
I believe
our
so.
part of the
I think
United
it's a
States. I
different
think
type
it's
of
more
representation.
Eastern. Yeah, like
Yeah.
more Eastern Native American. But those things.
Have you ever had anything like scary? Let's do a little spooky segment real
Paranormal?
quick. Ooh, I'll add some like music or something. Let's see.
The scariest thing I ever had happen was when we went camping one time.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh,
Love a good camp story.
I was a kid, like it was a long time ago. My brother wasn't even born, so pre 2006.
Okay.
Oh
dang. Okay.
And we were just like chilling at the campsite, and we heard a mountain lion scream.
Okay, that's
and
actually
we were
scary.
like, we're out. Obviously, I don't really remember
Yeah.
it because I was a kid.
Yeah.
But it was not a good time. I seen a bobcat in real life. I don't really have anything like paranormal, like scary like that. Most of my stuff is like it can be explained.
Sure. Okay.
I don't personally think I've ever seen a ghost or ran into anything like that.
Okay.
I'm very thankful for that.
Uh-huh.
I mean, ghosts. I wouldn't be too scared of ghosts. Like I think ghosts can be chill. Like,
Yeah, like
some
spirits,
Yeah,
just
some can be
wandering
chill.
spirits.
But like you said, demons. Like I don't.
Yeah, I'm not trying to fuck with
Yeah.
demons. Yeah.
If I saw one, I'd be like, hey, I'm out. Like,
Dude, let's see. Do I have a scary? I do have a scary story. So, this was a few years ago. I remember that. This was actually a while back now that I remember, because this was
Time goes by quick.
time frame. I was using iFunny. Okay. I know you
I used iFunny until like 2 years ago, so.
Okay, I was using iFunny until like freshman year high school.
Okay.
So this was between freshman year high school and like 7th grade. Okay.
Okay.
I was home.
Okay.
Yeah, don't ask me the years. 20.
No. I was just gonna say like so middle school, like around
20,
middle school
yeah, like
is
20,
what you were.
around 2014. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was home, and I remember I was scrolling through iFunny, right? And there was, I ended up running into one of those posts with the smiley face guy, like the "Don't go to sleep" that's holding up the knife, and he's just like.
Okay.
You know,
like a creepypasta.
Yeah, like the creepypasta one.
Okay.
I'll see if I find a picture and I'll put it up on screen.
Yeah.
But
Jeff the Killer. Was
yes,
that
I think it was Jeff the Killer. Yeah,
okay.
I'm pretty sure it was Jeff the Killer. Yeah. So I just swiped in on that, and it was like, remember, someone is always watching you at 3 a.m. Right? And I was just like, I just laughed it out, whatever.
Yeah.
I just kept swiping. I really, really didn't think anything of it. So I'm going to bed, right? And I'm an avid lucid dreamer. I think I've mentioned that before, and if I haven't, we'll talk a lot about those stories as well. But I was dreaming that I walked into a theater, like a movie theater, okay? And I sit down and I'm by myself, and I look at the screen, and all of a sudden, kind of like credits pop up, right? And it just says like 12:02 a.m. Right, like in like subtitles.
Okay.
And then I wake up, right, and I'm like, what the heck? What time is it? I look at the time, and it was 12:02 a.m. And I'm like, oh,
okay.
That's cool. That's strange.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I'm like, I'm
The
tired.
internal body clock.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go back to bed. So I go back to bed. I'm back in the theaters, right, and I'm just sitting there and I'm waiting for the movie to start. I don't know what movie I'm watching, and all of a sudden the time comes up again, but this time it's like 1:45 a.m. And I wake up. And it's 1:45 a.m. And I'm like, pretty cool coincidence.
Yeah.
I'm kind of annoyed at this point, though. I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah, no,
I
most
have a big
definitely.
day at school tomorrow, right? Same thing. It happened like 2 more times. It was like 2:30 a.m., right? Wake up, same thing. Then it was like 3:03 a.m., right?
Yeah.
And tell me why, as soon as I woke up, I immediately thought of that picture of Jeff the Killer, right? I was just like, ugh, whatever,
Yeah.
right? I'm going to go back to bed. I can't go back to bed. I physically can't go back to bed. All of a sudden, my door creaks open, right? And I'm like, okay. And I'm sleeping with my brother. This is the time when we were still sharing a room, right? So I'm sleeping with my brother. So I'm thinking, oh, it's probably my brother coming back from the bathroom. I don't know. So I kind of move around. I'm like shifting, and I feel him right next to me. And I'm like, oh, maybe it's just someone. It's my mom.
Yeah.
My mom comes in, right? She's like, hey, Iram, wake up. I need your help with something, right? And I was like, okay. But as I'm turning, I don't know what it was, but I just had this terrible feeling in my gut that just told me, just act like you're sleeping. Just turn around, get back in bed. You're not awake. And so that's exactly what I did. I was turning, and then I just turned off to my side, and I was just acting like I was sleeping. Then I heard it again. Iram, get up. Nothing. This was in Spanish, by the way, but I was just like, no, like I'm not here, right? And I hear it one more time, but this one a little bit angrier. It was like, Iram. And I feel my bed start to sink a bit, and I'm sorry, my stomach ice cold. Like I am cold, I am shivering, I'm nearly punching my brother to wake up. He's not waking up, and I'm just like nudging him, nothing. And I'm just there, just frozen. I don't know what to do. I don't want to open my eyes. And I end up falling asleep. I end up passing out.
Yeah.
I'm finally, I wake up the next day, and then my mom's making breakfast. I'm getting ready for school. And I'm like, Ma, were you up last night? And she's like, nah, I was sleeping like a baby. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fine, I guess.
Yikes.
Yeah, so that was a little
was it?
stuff. I don't fucking know. One of my sleep paralysis demons. Yeah. You know, I only recently had sleep paralysis back in junior year because I was at Arbol. I remember that was the first time I ever had sleep paralysis. Yeah. I had a dream that I was there was this old lady. She was looking for me,
Yeah.
and I was like in a green pastured field.
Okay, peaceful.
Right? Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of.
No, it was
Yeah.
pretty peaceful. It was pretty peaceful.
I mean,
And then I wake up, and she's like, "Don't wake up!" And I'm like, "I'm gonna wake up. Like,
yeah.
the fuck? Who do you? I control this."
Yeah.
And she's just like, "Don't wake up!" And I wake. To be kind of spiteful, I just woke up. Right?
Yeah.
But when I woke up, I couldn't move.
Mhm.
Right? Like I was just like, "What the fuck?" And my lights, my LED lights, were on, and they were red. Right? They
Okay.
were like on red, so my whole room was red. And I swear, from like the shadows that it was casting, like, I swear I saw a face. And I'm like, I can't move. I probably have sleep paralysis. It's like
Yeah.
whatever. What if I just go back to bed, reset, try to see if
Yeah.
I could wake myself up again. So I did. That whole same dream sequence replayed again, but I still had memories of like what happened in the
Yeah.
dream. So I was a little different, right?
Okay.
And she was yelling at me again, like, "Don't wake up!" And I'm like, "I'm gonna wake up,
Yeah.
bitch! Like, I'm gonna fucking wake up." So I wake up, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm fine, right?" Like I feel myself moving. This is gonna sound so funny, but I was eating Cheez-Its beforehand.
Okay.
Before it's like
Yeah.
a little snack, and I felt the bag, right? So
I'm
I was like
dead,
moving it.
yeah.
I was like, okay, yeah, like I'm fine. And so like I stretch, right, and I
Yeah.
open my eyes, but I'm not even sitting up. I'm actually still laid down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my goodness! I literally felt I felt the
Yeah.
bag. I felt myself moving. I was sitting up. I opened my eyes. No, I was still like just laying
Yep.
down, and I was like. So I had to do it like one more time. I had to reset my dream, and then I was fine. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that's my little.
I used to have sleep paralysis.
Oh, did
so,
you?
Yeah. I
Oh,
used
okay.
to, I mean, I don't know when it started, but for me, sleep paralysis only would happen if I slept on my back. Or
Okay,
if I was
okay.
extremely tired.
Mm.
Those are the only two times.
Okay,
So if I
okay.
slept like on my side, on my stomach, I was fine. If I wasn't really like, you know,
Yeah.
it's like if I was exhausted, tired, that's the only times I'd get sleep paralysis.
Ooh.
I personally never had demons. I never saw anything. For me, it didn't feel like my eyes were open. It felt like I was outside of my body.
Yeah. Oh,
It
interesting.
felt like I could-
an out of body experience.
Yeah, it felt like I could see my body, and I kept
Whoa.
trying to move. Like I
Uh-huh.
would try to like move my leg or
Yeah.
something, it wouldn't move. I would like try to yell out, it wouldn't happen.
What?
So my sleep paralysis, but it wasn't like scary.
Yeah, you were just like.
The only time it became scary was one time I had fallen asleep, like, and my neck was like cricked, and I thought that I was gonna suffocate. And then
Just like,
I was laying there, and I was like, "Oh, I can't breathe." And then I was like, "Wait, my body wouldn't let me die, would it?" And I think somehow I came to the conclusion that it wouldn't, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay, we're fine." And then I was fine, moved on.
Damn.
Yeah. So my sleep paralysis more just was like. More of a hindrance
Yeah.
rather than like that was scary. I was like, really, this happened again? Like,
Do you want to hear another sleep paralysis moment that I had? But this one's a little bit unhinged.
okay.
It was almost the same scenario. Like I woke up
Yeah.
and I couldn't move. And I swear, maybe I was dreaming at this point. Or
Okay.
Who knows? Who knows, right?
Yeah.
But someone got like on top of me.
Oh.
And like I felt like I was getting choked out.
Yeah.
Like I really
Oh, I
did
think I
feel.
remember you. Yeah.
I really did feel like I was
Yeah.
being choked out. And my dumbass was like to this entity, which I'm sorry, by the way, if I like scared you off, but I was like, I like that, right? It stopped. I woke
dead.
up. I was a little sad, but I was
I'm
just
dead.
like, damn.
I'm dead.
The little my sleep paralysis demon literally said,
It's like, I'm
"Bonk,
out.
no horny for
Yeah.
you."
Said, I'm not about that type of lifestyle. I'm dead.
Yeah. So
Yeah. I never had the demons. Never had I don't know if you would call it like I don't know. I never had
Yeah.
them. It was just me. It was just me by myself. It felt lonely, but I was like, whatever. I'll wake up
No.
eventually and then
Oh,
be fine.
shit.
But yeah, it was. I don't have it anymore. I
No?
mean, knock on wood, I haven't had it in the last
Yeah, yeah.
year and a half. So
Yeah, I also haven't had it in
yeah,
a while. So
I don't know. I considered going to the doctor for it, and then I was like, nothing really can happen. Like,
oh my goodness. It's like I just remembered I've been needing to go to the doctors for like to get tested for like sleep apnea.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like there was a time in my life where I just would wake up like not being able to breathe because I stopped breathing, and I was like,
oh.
Yeah, and then I think I just kind of forced myself to believe that. I'm like, nah, it's fine, and I think I'm fine now.
Okay. That's my sister. When I went home, I can't remember. It was like a weekend or two ago. I was up and visiting home, and my sister was like, I think I have autism. And I was like, you'll grow out of it.
Oh my goodness.
Because, I don't know, my brother tried to tell me that I had autism when we were kids because I would get like extreme, like hyper, like fixation obsessions with like certain things. So like when like Hunger Games was big, I had the posters, I had shirts, my backpack was Hunger Games, all my notebooks, my pencils. Like it was like,
he said, I'm
you know, it was one of those like obsessive like type things. And that happened all the time. And so my brother was like, you had autism. And I was like, well, I grew out of it. And so that's what I told my sister.
Wow.
Not saying that you can grow out of autism, but I'm just saying like, I feel like in today's world, I feel like we're all autistic. Like they do say it's a spectrum. Yeah. Everyone is on the spectrum. I think everyone is
neurodivergent. That I can agree with. I think neurodivergency is a full spectrum, and everyone, there's no such thing as neurotypical now. I really, I never believed that there was anything as neurotypical.
Nobody makes it through life completely sane.
Yeah,
like there's not one single person who's done it. So
no.
But yeah, so don't cancel me for that. But it was funny.
Yeah, just you have autism. Just walk it off.
Yeah,
like
you'll grow out of it. It's fine.
No.
But yeah, it's I don't know. We grew out of sleep paralysis. So what else? I mean, you can't grow out of cancer, but like I'm saying,
I don't know. My grandpa Loki just
yeah.
My grandpa was supposed to be dead like 5 years ago. Honestly, he's had like all the flavors of cancer, and then like the doctors were telling him like. This was years ago. Like, yeah, you probably have like a week left to live, and he was like, "Nah,
I'm dead."
But like, okay, so like low key though, there's this theory within my family, that we think that my grandpa's like a type of Grim Reaper.
Oh,
okay. So here's the thing. Okay,
yeah,
he actually recently he's had a few like heart attacks. And so like they would have to take him to the hospital, and like bless my grandpa, I love him so much, but I do feel like his time is coming at some point. But anytime he had to like go to the hospital, you know, there was like a surgery or a procedure he needed to do, a heart attack that happened, they would put him in like the hospital, and he would be around other patients who would be like crying, right? They'd be like, no, like they'd be like on deathbed, or you know, they would just be like upset.
Yeah.
You know, other cancer patients, and they'd be crying like, no, I don't want to die. Like this can't be happening. And my grandpa would literally just like get out of his room, like go to their room, and he would talk to them, and he'd be like, he would completely just calm them down from like screaming and crying, and he's just like, yeah, it's okay. You can be at peace.
Yeah.
And then they die. Every single time my grandma, patients would die, and I'm like, this is why the doctors hate him, because then he's just going, just like reaping souls, and like, what if this is him like sucking their life?
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
But so who knows? Maybe my grandpa's the type of Grim Reaper, and that's how he's fighting off his cancer. Maybe not, you know, like maybe he's just kind of a tough son of a bitch, but you know, he really do be like that. So shout out to my abuelo. I love him.
No, for real. That's actually crazy. Wow.
No, literally. Oh my God. He was, he found a patient in like the staircase, like crying, right? And he's like, he was like, why are you crying? What's going on? He's like, they just gave me 3 months to live. I don't know what I'm going to do. And my grandpa was like, don't worry. 3 months are going to fly by.
And then he's dead the next day.
No, I don't know if he died within the next day, but he was literally like, don't even stress about it. It's going to come so quick. You're going to be fine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So my grandpa's very, very unhinged in that department, but you know, I love him. So
yeah.
Who knows? hopefully he continues to have a good rest of his life.
Yeah.
Surrounded by those who love him. I think he's actually trying to move here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good.
So my grandma and like some of my tias are gonna end up moving here. So
Okay. Nice.
we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
I hope I get to see him a few more times.
Yeah. No, most definitely. I never met my dad's dad.
No.
My grandpa, yeah. But I do know he fought in Vietnam.
Oh my goodness.
He was not drafted, actually.
Yeah.
He was actually anti-draft.
Okay.
He believed that we didn't need to draft for Vietnam.
Okay.
He was like, he had already served in the wars before, and he was like, I'm already serving, just like let me go. And funny story, well, not funny, it's actually kind of sad. It's a really intense story. When he got back, he landed in the airport. And because it was Vietnam, there was lots of protesters.
Yes.
And they called him a baby killer and spit on him when he got home. And he beat the guy up and spent his first night back in America in jail. So, yeah.
Similar thing happened with that grandpa that I'm telling you about. His stepfather, the one that took him in, because he actually ran away from his original family.
Okay, yeah.
That person ended up being in the Korean War and Vietnam, right? And he ended up losing his arm to dynamite. And he ended up getting it replaced with like a titanium arm.
Okay, Bucky Barnes.
Right?
Like,
yeah, some fucking vibranium,
the Winter
Soldier. He ended up beating up like 7 cops in like,
dang.
I think it was San Antonio.
Okay.
Yeah, like he just beat the shit out of them in the bar. Yeah, he was crazy.
Yeah. Those people, the people that fought in Vietnam and came home, they're tough. Like, a lot of them did not deserve to go out there at all. Like, it's a sad scenario.
Even with most wars, really, it's like not even between.
That's
like,
true. I mean, we say that, but like World War II, we had to fight that. Like, that was definitely a necessary war. But like, Vietnam, like that was, it wasn't. Cancel me if you want, but I'll stand by. We didn't really need to do what we did during that time.
I agree. Yeah. I agree.
Forrest Gump.
I'll say it with my
I think that was Vietnam. Forrest Gump.
Was it?
I think it was.
So.
I think he fought.
It's been a while since I saw Forrest
Great
Gump.
movie.
I saw it for the first time in Mr. Santa Cruz's room at Pueblo.
Okay.
Yeah.
You liked it?
I did like it.
It's a good movie.
Jenny.
Fuck Jenny though. Like, literally, I felt so bad. He deserved so much better than her.
Yeah.
But he loved her.
He did love her.
That was love. But he deserved better than her.
1,000%.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
But yeah, that was a good movie.
That was a good movie.
I really liked. I mean, I like Tom Hanks as an actor.
He was a great actor too in Saving Private Ryan.
Saving Private Ryan.
Also a really good one.
Toy Story. He's Woody.
He's Woody?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, look at that. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. What's the I'm the Captain Now? You know that movie where they like take over the boat? Is that Captain Phillips? Is that what it's called?
It sounds like it might be Captain Phillips.
Yeah, he's in that. He's been in a lot. He played Mr. Rogers in like Mr. Rogers movie.
Oh.
Yeah, Tom Hanks hasn't been around.
Cool.
When Harry Met Sally, Big, Hook. He was also that? I think that was Tom Hanks in Hook. It might have not been. Don't quote me on that one. But I don't know. As a person though, I don't know. He's kind of a little weird. I heard there's rumors he was on Epstein's Island.
Oh shit! Who wasn't in Epstein's Island at this point?
Me? I was not there.
Yeah. Can confirm. I was also not there.
Yeah.
I was probably streaming.
Yeah.
Last
I was
night.
probably on duty.
Oh yeah, we were probably on duty.
But yeah, that was we went boom, boom, boom.
I don't know where we started.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about the mobs.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about your grandpa is where we started. Yeah. And then I talked about my grandpa. And it was
cool. I'm sure they kept up though.
Mm-hmm.
These people at home kept up.
Yeah. But yeah, what were you going to say? You were going to say something. You
what
were
was
last
I
night.
say?
You said last night. That's what you said.
I woke up a little late today again because I was grinding last night. Not on someone, but Humankind. I was playing Humankind.
I got the notification as I was sitting there doing homework.
I'm dead. He's just like, again? Listen, I'm in the final era. I'm playing as the Japanese now. My empire enormous.
Yeah.
It's like I'm pretty much I'm gonna win again.
Okay.
I know. Wow.
Okay.
I can't believe I'm gonna like play 2 full games of
I
Humankind.
know. Yeah.
Before I beat my first Civ game.
Literally, is it because is there less turns or?
I mean, because in Civ, I think it's like 250 turns for like the speed that we're playing.
Yeah, for online.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's around the same speed.
Okay.
Like you can pick the speed.
Yeah. You can
amount of
pick the
turns.
speed on
Yep.
Civ too. Yeah.
And I increased the difficulty and the speed on
Okay.
this game as well. Yeah. Oh look, it says 420 here.
Oh, it's only 2.
Oh no, it's on my timer.
Oh, okay.
I like looked it down. Internally takes a
Yeah,
hit.
I'm dead. But yeah, it's I don't know. I have to play the game more. I have to find time.
Yeah. We'll play again.
I barely
play
got
soon.
time. These past few weeks have
So
been
have I, honestly.
busy.
I feel like they have been really busy.
Yeah.
I need to finish editing some photos, doing some edits for the podcast. Damn, I keep saying I'm gonna go back to the gym, but I just haven't.
Yeah.
And I did, and I know I have the time for it too, but I gotta get off my butt and do that. I really do.
Yeah. I've been going to Phoenix a lot too, so
okay.
I've kind of been all over.
You
the
have
place.
been going to
Yeah.
Phoenix. Like, there's times where I'm just like, "What are you doing?" You're like, "I'm up in Phoenix." And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Again? Why aren't you
Yeah.
here with me?"
I've been visiting family, so
Nice.
yeah.
Nice, as you should.
It's also because you don't normally work weekends.
I do normally work
So-
weekends. That's true. I don't. That's like, yeah, that's just what I do. A lot of
I mean,
people.
I'm not hating. I'm not hating.
No,
Yeah.
you're good. It's nice because lately I've been having a lot of people that like I've been interacting like customers,
Mhm.
and they just ask me like, "Hey, when do you work again?" And I'm like, "Oh, I work on the
okay.
weekends." And they're like, "Okay, cool. Like we're gonna come visit you."
Okay.
So yeah, and like people like do come back and they like visit me, and they
Nice.
yeah. So it's
Okay.
like, it's a good time. It's nice to know that I can have an impact on people. I know I have an impact on people, but
You
like
literally worked as an RA
just-
for
yeah,
how many
yeah,
years? Like,
yeah, I had this this lady the other day talk to me, and she's like, "You would make a really good bartender, just with the way that you interact."
don't
with
you have your
people."
license?
I have a license. I don't have like my bartending license.
Okay.
But I do have a license that's like allowing me to. It's weird. Like I needed to get like my food handler's license, obviously,
Yeah.
right, for the restaurant thing. But I also need to do like a license testing for like the bar.
Yeah.
So in theory, yes, I can get started in training to like do it. So I definitely can. I just
Okay. Yeah.
I just
You'd make
haven't.
good tips.
I do make good tips. Because as a game librarian, I don't really make tips.
Yeah.
Like it's not customary.
Yeah.
Is that the word? Customary.
It depends on what context you're using. Like, it's not normal.
It's not. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
not normal that for me to get tips.
Yeah.
But sometimes I do. Like I'll get tips just like by helping out a family by showing them how to play a game, or literally by just talking to them.
Okay.
Because I'm not a server.
Yeah.
And like the servers, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna give a tip to a server. Well, a few people do give me tips, but the people that do give me tips, they kind of give me fat tips.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. Like
Okay,
I'm like, damn,
nice.
you just give me a 20 for talking to you. Thank you, I
Wow,
appreciate it. Yeah.
yeah.
Or like typically sometimes it's like with people that I do that I wingman for them, like on their
Okay.
first dates.
Yeah.
So like I help them out. I
Mhm.
pick out some good spicy games for
Yeah.
them. They also tend to give me tips too. So
Nice.
it's
That's
a fun
good,
time.
yeah.
It's a good time regardless. Honestly, like I'm there. I'm just kind of working on it now within the time before I get into like grad school.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like it's fun. I really do love the job though.
Yeah, and
it's honestly it's a
definitely-
lot of fun.
Yeah, and it's a way to keep making money too. Like,
Yeah.
especially in our world today.
Yeah.
We need money.
I know. And I get to meet a lot of I get to meet a lot of like really cool customers.
That's
I
nice.
actually met there's this guy that's on TikTok. Apparently he was on a TikTok for Wesley, which is one of the
Oh, okay.
bartenders at Snakes, and he's in like this purple poly like morph suit. Like it's
Yeah.
just a completely purple, just full suit. And oh my
Wait,
god,
the
so-
guy or Wesley?
the guy.
Okay.
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 And he was on Wesley's TikTok at
Okay.
one point, and he's like he like did all the dances and stuff,
Mhm.
and I didn't know that it was him, right?
Okay.
So then afterwards, I ended up going after him. And I was like, "Oh, you got some moves," because you know
Yeah.
the way he was dancing. So I was giving him that compliment, and I was telling him I was like, "Oh, I also have a secret identity. If you ever
Okay.
see a gorilla playing the saxophone, probably Careless Whisper. That's me.
With a red shirt sometimes.
Yeah,
too.
sometimes. Yeah. Okay. So, for those of y'all that don't know, little quick story time. I back in oh my goodness, this was going into high school, so freshman year.
Okay.
I ended up going to a yard sale. I miss yard sales, honestly. I used to love going to yard sales, but I ended up finding this gorilla costume, just a full gorilla set costume at a yard sale for $6, right? And I was like, I'm getting that. And my mom was like, mijo, why? What are you gonna use this for?
Yeah.
Like, it really didn't make sense that I needed that gorilla suit, because I really didn't.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm gonna use this. I don't know how, but I'm gonna use this. And wow, I actually really like. I put it through so many uses, because its first appearance came out in Pueblo during an event called Fiesta. We had all the programs and clubs do fundraisers. So a lot of programs and clubs were like cooking. They were selling food. They were playing games. We had bandas playing.
Yeah.
Like, it was a party, right, at our high school, and it was a
Nice.
great time. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna show up in my gorilla suit. I'm gonna have my saxophone, and I'm gonna be playing next to like the booths, just to like attract people. I don't know why I just thought of doing that. I did,
yeah.
and people loved it. Like, people were like, "What the heck is
Yeah.
going?" And they didn't know that it was me, right? And
Secret.
I in itself was honestly kind of. It's not that I was popular in high school, because I had my friend group, and that was it. I was just very well known by like all the teachers.
Yeah.
Because I was also like a nerd, and I was like a teacher's pet too. But like, I was just like well known in the high school. And so I was playing Careless Whisper and just like other songs that I knew.
Okay.
And so that became a tradition. Every year at Fiesta, they would expect the gorilla to come in, and I would do that.
Yeah.
And I think it was a junior or senior year, because Aldo was in the radio program. Their booth exhibit thing was actually jail.
Oh,
So you can
okay.
pay with like the tickets and stuff that you would give to like the kids.
Yeah.
To be like, take my parent to jail, or take this student to jail.
Yeah.
And they would, the radio kids would come out, and they would like cuff you in a sense, and like would take you to jail. And someone put a bounty on me, and so here I am,
Boba Fett.
running around in a gorilla suit, playing the Pink Panther.
Okay.
Just voodoo,
Yeah.
voodoo, voodoo, trying to escape prison, right? So that was a lot of fun. So like, I did that.
Okay.
In college, I ended up using the gorilla and the saxophone to be in a talent show, right? And this was for New Start when I was a resident. Not when I was working for New Start, but when I was a resident there. And I ended up actually, it was all completely improvised. I didn't practice once. I did like we just kind of winged it.
Yeah.
And it was with like my partner at the time, like my ex.
Uh-huh.
And they were also in another gorilla suit, because they were gonna help me.
Yeah.
And what they ended up doing is I ended up coming out, and I'm just playing like some regular just saxophone tunes, nothing too crazy,
Yeah.
right? And they're just like, who is this? Right?
Yeah.
And I'm just playing, and all of a sudden you see the second gorilla, which is my ex, come out from the back and starts undressing me, leaving just my head, like the gorilla face on, as I'm playing the saxophone. And as I'm hitting the last note, they just pull my pants off, because I had tearaway pants. So they just ripped them off. I had Santa Claus booty shorts, fishnets underneath. And now I started playing like Careless Whisper. I started serenading them. The judges, they were having a good time.
I can imagine. Yeah.
I
Did
didn't
you
think
win?
much of it. I ended up getting second place.
Who got first?
It was this really hot man with a whip that was like whipping, or it was like rope. No, it wasn't a whip. My bad. Sorry. That sleep paralysis demon really had me thinking for a second there. No, it was a lasso. Like, he was doing like lasso tricks and stuff. So he was.
He's one of those rodeo kids.
Yes, he was very much a rodeo kid. But honestly, like, I was like, yeah, that's actually pretty talented. Like, I'm not even mad. Like, truly, like, after we performed, I was gonna leave. Like, I was just like, I was here for the fun. Ended up getting second place.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool.
You know what they say, first the worst, second the best.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So I did it for that. I even used it for like marketing, because I mentioned that I actually ended up working for New Start later. And while I was working there, we had a market. I was in charge. I was the marketing committee.
Okay.
In the marketing committee.
You usually were the marketing guy, yeah.
And we had to market for that event, which was called a Blast. It was a talent show. And so over the course of 2 months, I was making.
I didn't know New Start was that long.
Yeah, a month and a half.
I don't know.
Yeah, because it's over the summer. Over the summer. Yeah. So and you gotta take courses and stuff. So
that makes sense. I just didn't know. Yeah.
Yeah. It was good. It was a good time.
Nice.
But I ended up having to market, and a lot of my marketing actually included the gorilla.
Okay.
Because it was like this secret identity. I would make him kind of mysteriously pop up in some of the videos, and this whole time from the very beginning I made it seem so that I wasn't the gorilla, but it was someone else, right? So that way towards the end,
mystery,
yes, I made a conspiracy video against myself, putting the blame on someone else named Johnny.
Yeah,
I love Johnny. He was the one that I went to for the D&D.
Oh yeah,
that's him. So everyone believed that Johnny was the gorilla.
Okay.
And so when we were like, yeah, the gorilla's gonna come out and blast. What's he gonna do? What's the gorilla's talent? And by the end, everyone, all the residents were like, John, in the audience,
I'm dead, yeah.
because the gorilla came out, it was me. I was playing the saxophone. Fun thing about that, I was actually having an asthma attack while I was playing the saxophone.
Okay,
so
that's not
the first
good.
4 notes sounded like shit, but that's because I was struggling to breathe.
Yeah, no, literally, that takes a lot of air.
But I pulled through, and I'm playing. I do my thing, and then they're like, Johnny. And then Johnny comes out from the backstage, and everyone's like, what the?
Yeah.
And then Johnny's like, I am sick and tired of you putting the blame on me, thinking I'm the girl, and it's not me. And then we start fighting.
Dead.
And then I revealed that it was me.
Dang. So, the big reveal of New Start of summer 2019.
Yes, I was the big reveal. And I even used it for a promotional dorm tour.
Yep.
So Arbol, we needed to do where's all our utilities, the trash room and everything. And it was Avatar The Last Airbender themed. And so these poor parents just saw, as they're moving in their children
for their first college experience, during the COVID-19 pandemic.
They just see, right? I see them pushing their carts in with all their belongings. They just see this gorilla just fucking doing some type of martial arts, right? In complete silence, because in my head, the music is playing. I'm like, yes, I'm lightning bending right now. This makes sense to me. And parents are just looking at me, just recording what did I just sign my children into?
Yep.
This is what Tucson is? So I got to make that impression on parents.
I'm pretty sure you can check that video out on the YouTube. Arbol Instagram. Isn't it on
Is it on Instagram? I don't even know if it's
the
on
Arbol
Instagram.
YouTube, though, right?
I know it is on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So if you do Arbol de la Vida Dorm Tour 2020,
yeah.
It is Avatar: The Last Airbender themed, and I had a lot of fun editing that video. So it's a good one.
I remember. I don't think I remember seeing you in the suit, but I didn't help film or anything.
Yeah,
I think I was doing moving stuff.
Yes, you were.
Yeah.
Wow.
Secret identities, gorillas.
Gorilla. It's a good time.
But yeah.
I'm still gonna use it. I don't know. We'll use
Maybe
it for one of the podcasts.
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah.
Who
Maybe
knows?
I could bring it here for one day. We'll see.
Yeah.
Or it's not gonna be me, obviously, though. Maybe if Idam is sick one day.
Yeah. Special guest appearance.
Yeah, by Sir Gorilla.
Sir Gorilla, is that his name?
No, I just kind of made that up right there. Actually, I don't think he has a name.
No.
I've never named him. Wow. I gotta. If y'all have any suggestions.
Yeah, gorilla names. I don't know. Go gorilla. You know that song, hang on. You know that song from Boomerang? Got a gorilla for sale. Got a gorilla for sale.
Oh, I do remember. Got a gorilla for sale. Got a gorilla for sale.
Yep.
Wow. Memory unlocked.
Yep. I know. I don't remember why I remembered it, but I asked my sister. I was like, do you know this thing? My sister's only 13. She was like, no. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, of course you would. I asked my mom. My mom's almost 50. She's like, yeah, I remember that.
Let's go, Mama Kyle.
But yeah. Well, I think that'll be it for this episode.
Oh yeah.
Hope you all enjoyed.
Hope y'all had a blast.
Remember to follow our social medias.
Well, even if TikTok,
at That's a Podcast on everything. Yes, even if TikTok's no longer around,
banned, it's like we will make our own TikTok.
Call me the Silicon Valley app entrepreneur,
Let's
but
go.
we'll do it.
Yeah, so please feel free to follow our socials. We're going to keep y'all updated. We're going to be uploading some more clips. And yeah, I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day and week.
Morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you are.
Whether it's across the globe or in the center of it.
Yeah. Southern Hemisphere, Northern Hemisphere. If you're on Mars, let us know. We'd love to have you.
Yeah.
If you're on Mars, let us know. We'd love to have you
down.
here.
Yeah. I know Kyle said that we would fight you, but, send us a telegram.
Yeah, maybe we could prevent that fight.
Yes.
We could prevent the fight.
We will be the bridge.
Could you imagine? Independence Day 3.
All right. Well, take care, y'all. Have a wonderful day. We love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.